I'm not disinterested. I'm just.
Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, birds in the sky and fish in the sea. My name is Brian and welcome to the KotoKai Workbench number 166. I think it's only Michael out there in the audience right now, but what an intro. Holy cow.
I don't know if it makes sense, but I could smell that intro.
Oh, really? Well, here we are, another Thursday. Hey, Brandon, how you doing out there in the chat? I'm me, and I already said that. And tonight I got, of course, my good friend Paul. He's in the basement right now.
Or in the basement.
He's in the basement. And in the side room, we got our good friend, Dr. Keats. How you doing?
I'm sweating.
Svelte, eh? I got
air. I got a thing that hooks up to the window but lives inside my apartment. Pointed directly at me. I'm not jealous. It's cool.
I live
see
that
the
life
one hair just going.
Baby steps. Paul's got like an air conditioner the size of a VW Bug.
Listen, this is South Florida. Like, there's 2 days a year we don't have AC on. They're both in January, by the way.
It would blow my mind to go
federal
down
holidays for the air conditioner.
Yeah.
Everybody's power bill goes down. No, but to go down there during the cold season and to see people like all bundled up and shit for it to be like 60 degrees.
Yep.
I'm still just sweating.
Oh, I can watch the game in Paul's reflection.
Oh shit! I didn't even notice that.
Nice.
This is how your channel gets flagged.
So, what I was starting out doing here for those of you that are watching this in the future, 2 minutes ago when we started the show, almost 3 minutes ago we started the show, was making some noise on the bench. Didn't make a whole lot of sense, but I had this little tiny peen hammer, and I was hammering the top of this soda flat. See, when I bought this 12-pack of soda at the grocery store the other day, the 12-pack fell out of the bottom of the cart while I was pushing it across the parking lot, and when it hit the ground, a few of the cans kind of expanded. And I discovered that once you open the can, you can smash it straight again if you want to with a hammer.
That's good to know.
So that's what I did.
Noted. I usually just grin and bear it.
Yeah.
It's weird drinking out of this like.
I probably would have just poured it in a cup.
Well, yeah.
Don't get it started.
Why do I have this little hammer?
Yeah, what the hell else am I going to do with this hammer?
Actually, I use it for
on nails. God forbid.
I use it for tapping. Well, yeah, that. But I use it for tapping on masks. No, it's lit. It's lit. Teeny, tiny. It's a little baby. Little baby hammer.
Some ASMR hammering.
Dude, this thing is fucking sick. It's a Craftsman. It's old as hell. Doesn't have a weight on it or anything. How old that shit is.
Weight, small.
Yeah. Eensy weensy. I have a scale. I guess I could just measure it. It doesn't matter. Thank you, Kylie. Oh! It's cleaning. Found this. Still needs a home. If you haven't got one already and they're still available, you should go and get one from Texas Etsy store.
Hey!
Tequila Gunman patch.
Tequila Gunman?
Yeah, go for it.
Yep,
There's
Tequila
still
Gunman
some
patch.
there.
Really, really, really nice quality. No lie, shit is high quality. Should make more of them.
I'm very happy with how they turned out. I tried to get another patch made with someone else because it was just a timing thing, and it was not the same. And I am never be going back. I am sticking with these people for sure.
Thumbs up. I agree. Hey, it's worth it.
Worth every penny.
Absolutely. Pay for what you get. You get what you pay for.
Yes, sir.
Paul, what are you doing, Paul? Are you
nothing, man?
Today?
No, dude. I just pulled 2 all-nighters at work.
Oh,
so,
well, hey, thanks for coming by and hanging out. Have a good night.
Yeah. I can't go to sleep yet. Like, if I go to sleep now, it'll be problematic. So you guys are my company. You can keep me up until it's an appropriate time to go to sleep. Because if I go to bed now, I'll be up at 4 and then I'll be cranky tomorrow. But it's Friday, so we're bringing it in for a smooth landing.
Nice. Any landing you can walk away from, as in the words of the immortal Launchpad McQuack, any landing you can walk away from is a good one.
That is right. So yeah, I haven't really touched anything in here. This past weekend I had some family in town, so it's been a busy week. Like, pretty much
life does that.
Yeah, haven't had a moment since a week ago today. Now.
Okay. Wow. Well, shit. Welcome back.
Yeah. This weekend will be calm though, so everything got pushed back a week. All the scheduling for modeling got pushed back 1 week.
Nice. Okay. Well, it's not terrible.
No. I've been trying over the last couple of months. I think you guys actually talked about it on the podcast one time about when you were talking about motivation, like different people have different, ways to keep themselves going or through burnout. And mine has been just to schedule nights to just do something. Like if I just say like Tuesday night, I'm going to work on a model. It works out easier for me than to try to like wait until I feel like it.
Sure.
Yeah,
because you're like, that is my time. I have focus. It's dedicated. Right. If you just leave it up to whatever, to whimsy or up in the air, you're right. It just like it may never come. It most likely won't.
It's easier to plan around if you've already committed. So.
Right. Well, what I'll do is it's not as if like what'll happen is I'm like, all right, you know what? Maybe I'll go work on a model tonight or something. I'm like, but you know what? Let me finish watching this video. You know what? I could probably game for a half hour and then I'll start at 9. 9 will be fine. You know what? Like, I got to catch up on that episode of whatever. I can still go in at 10. 10 is fine.
And then suddenly you're asleep on the couch.
Right. Or it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm like, I got to go to bed. And there's no time for that. So if I just dedicate like, all right, don't watch the YouTube video. Give yourself a time frame, 7 p.m., whatever it is. I'm going to sit down and work on a model. It works out.
Nice. I do spend a lot of time surfing for different shit to watch. Like I have sets of things. Like if I have like a whole day, like on the weekend, if I have like a whole day, the wife's at work, I'm just here. I only got dedicated to this and making sure that the cat doesn't go crazy. And I'll put on like Maze Runner series or something like that. All 3 of those movies, which are not particularly the best movies in the world, but it's entertaining enough and cool enough to run in the background that I can watch the highlights of it. Or you could do that with like the Lord of the Rings or whatever the heck it is, But I find myself that I often will spend a little too much time lately because I have gone through those series so much that I need new shit to watch. What do we have?
That's that question again.
Nice. Call me Duke. Welcome back. How you doing? That is a great one. I think we went through that one. What is it? We said like
not a chance, by the way.
yeah. Not a snowball's chance.
Nope.
What they say, like an average silverback gorilla's strength equivalent to like 9 full-grown men or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's what
something like that.
It was a lot.
It was an insane amount. It was insane. It was there's no way. No way.
I don't know. There's some full-grown men where I'm just like, maybe.
Well, these are.
You were last week.
Do you think 20 16-year-olds with metal bats could beat a single silverback gorilla in a fight?
Not without a permission slip.
Hey, that's a good answer. That is a good answer. Let's see. Brandon says, anytime I want to do anything hobby related, it has to be after the kids are in bed and dinner has been cleaned up. By that time, I'm so beat, it's hard to get motivated. I understand.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's I find that too. He says once he's just got to kind of like get his shit together, go dudes on and get started. I find that way too. Like if I'm procrastinating versus something, if I just go and I just start to fucking do it, I'll get into the groove and start to go, and it works out. A little bit of a hang up with the Porsche. We'll talk about that a little bit later on.
I try not to look for things to stream anymore to watch while I'm building anymore, because I find like I don't know if anyone else has that sinkhole where like there's so much content at this point to stream that next thing I know 45 minutes will have gone by and I still haven't picked anything out.
Dude, that's what I was just talking about, how I spend too much time searching through shit. And I have like a Plex account that I have access to. I got Disney, I got Hulu, I got Amazon, I've got Netflix, I got Bing Bang Bong, YouTube, all that stuff. It's just like
So I usually put on like music now instead. I find that
nice.
I'll tend not to like stray as much with that as opposed to video.
If I'm by myself, I'll have music playing, because streaming, forget it. If I'm watching something by myself, I'm sitting there and committing to it. But what I found that I do is kind of like the movie on an airplane effect, is where if my boyfriend is watching something and it's in the background, I'm not in charge. I don't have to pick. It's all done for me. It can just be the background noise.
Oh, nice. That's good.
And I watch out of the corner of my eye between coats drying.
Yeah, exactly. Or you'll know parts coming up. Like we've all seen like you used to talk about the movie Airplane for that matter.
Oh yeah.
We've all seen that movie so many fucking times. You're like, all right, I know this part's coming up. I gotta watch the crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I watch like I was saying, like Maze Runner, or throw on like Hunger Games series, something that's like a shitload of movies long, or like the Marvel. I've seen the Marvels like so fucking many times, all the old Marvel movies, and then it's like.
Yeah, like if I'm waiting for paint to dry, sometimes I'll watch like maybe whatever's I don't want to say live, but like currently airing anime wise, maybe or something I want to watch, like, or a show that's like a half-hour increment.
Mm-hmm.
That usually works out perfect for me, where I'm like, all right, this will dry in a half hour while I'm watching one episode of something. But I try not to like get into movies or anything that's like too investing. Like I'm not going to watch Game of Thrones while I'm trying to build, because that'll be completely distracting.
I can't pay attention. Yeah.
Yeah, it's too much depth.
Chris Collins says Godzilla films for him. Brandon says the Harry Potter series is pretty good for mindless entertainment. It is, because it's easy. And if you've seen it.
It's also like more than likely, if it's a weekend especially, it's on either USA or FX or
whatever. You know it's on. That and Friends, always on. Not hard.
Right.
If Harry Potter happens to be off that weekend, it's because it's Lord of the Rings weekend, and you just switch over to that.
I watched the first 6 episodes of DuckTales. The cartoon series, like children's, like whatever. Yeah, exactly. Last night. So
literally,
it's pretty good. There's a lot. So I wanted to be an animator when I was really young, and so that kind of stuff really trips my trigger, because it's all hand-drawn animation, and it's all very creative things that they do, and the way that they present forms and shapes and stuff like that. So I really get a whole tingly in the brain on that.
Yeah.
Well, I'll play if I am picky, and it'll be something that it's nostalgic for me, or I've seen so many times as a kid. Recently I had Chitty Chitty Bang Bang running in the background.
Yeah, I can dig it. Oh yeah.
Just feel good stuff.
Sure, get some Herbie the Love Bug.
Yep.
Okay.
So I loved Herbie the Love Bug when I was a kid, and I had my son watch it when he was 3, and he fell in love with it, and then he watched it 1,500 times over like in loop, and now I'm like, nah, I can't watch this anymore.
Congratulations, son, you ruined it for me.
Yeah, I was like,
that's
Jesus.
good. Yo, that's good. Right on.
It was a
little
weird
man.
one too, because that was like the first live action style movie he had any interest in, and like objectively, I didn't really get it. I was like, yeah, I mean, like this isn't like, why does this capture your interest? What is it about? Like, I mean, it's the movie style is old. It doesn't have anything incredibly animated. It's not a musical. The colors aren't bright. Like, what is it about this? I don't even know if you understand the context of what's going on. But,
some of it though, right? It's wildly entertaining.
The car,
some crazy shit happens in it.
Was it
the car is, and the car is alive, right? And that's fantastical. Yeah, dude. It sounds awesome. I'd be into it. I mean, I was into it too. So.
Yeah.
And I guess who doesn't like love a bug? You know what I mean? Like a beetle. Well, like there's something about that car that I don't think anyone can actually like hate.
If you want to like think back, so when I was a kid, the first time I heard of Herbie the Love Bug or saw that shit may have even been related to some school something or other.
Mm-hmm.
And my teacher, I think, wanted to show it. And I didn't know what it was. And I was in like a weird spot. And I was like kind of against it until I actually had to sit down and watch it. I was like grumbling and pissing and moaning and all this shit. And then it's on and I'm like, oh, this is fucking dope. What was I thinking in my little child lizard brain that was like so against this? I was like some love bug thinking like some weird love bug. Like, not like a VW car. Like it didn't even register in my brain at all. That's okay. So what's the best part about being a kid is you're dumb and you're allowed to know. You don't get ridiculed for it per se.
I mean, it still held up. It was just, after 1,500 times, it's like I've rewatched movies with him that as an adult, I'm like, that doesn't really hold up so well. I tried to have him watch Three Ninjas.
Oh yeah,
I loved like all those ninja movies when I was a kid, and I was like, that's not good. Sorry, son. Yeah. I mean, some of them do. Like the Ninja Turtle movies still hold up really well.
Yeah.
Like maybe cultural references don't work out as well, but like they look good still.
Yeah.
Three Ninjas, not so much. Surf Ninjas, even worse.
Winston, right?
Who did what? I'm sorry.
I was gonna say that's Stan Winston, right? That was Winston's house that did the anime or the puppets for the suits. Where is my fucking Winston?
I thought it was Henson, but I could be wrong.
Good question. Now we can find out in half a second when I find my book. I added so many books that I don't know where anything is anymore.
He's got to get his sliding ladder out. Go to the top shelf.
They were made by Henson's Creature Shop.
My ceilings in here are shorter than in the old.
Yes, Michael, the new Ninja Turtles movie was really good. I thought they did like a really, really good job.
Oh, the animation one?
I haven't seen it yet, but I keep seeing clips and I want to.
Yeah, it did a really good job of taking like that concept of teenage turtles and making it relevant to like today's culture, but still paying a lot of homage to what we would have enjoyed as kids.
Okay.
Like, so it was a really good mix of like it felt familiar, but at the same time didn't feel like the 90s.
Yeah.
So, okay. And the animation style I thought was really cool. And they came out with toys for it, which
that's the real selling point.
Right. If you have good toys, I mean, they had the van that shoots pizza pies. And I definitely bought that because my son wanted it, not because I wanted it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Small Soldiers.
Oh, that's a good one. I love that.
Planet of the Apes. Galaxy Quest. Yeah, Stan Winston did some good shit, but he did not do
Galaxy
right.
Quest is a really good one.
It's one of my father's
Watch that
favorites.
so many times. And Zathura also. Zathura is a good one too for a YA movie. I'm not gonna put that back up there. I don't want to go up there again. So Tex, what you working on?
So I am working on a Kubely for the cerulean project. I've got a dream color scheme that I've been wanting to use on it to make it look like to steal the color scheme from a Lamborghini Aventador. So I've got paint that I've been hoarding just for this, and I'm finally making it happen.
Nice.
So I'm just touching up some of the frame and pieces that I have primed. I am ignoring the outer armor for now because I want that to be glossy. So that is going to drive me crazy when I get to it.
Right.
I think Brian can relate right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen yours and Pavs's, and I'm like, I am looking into the future. Right, I can see it. It's coming.
You're good. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. The hard part is the dust and the pet stuff.
I keep reminding myself it's not a car. It'll be okay. But will it? We'll see.
Oh damn! What are you doing as the car?
It has to be shiny and crisp.
It has to be shiny. That's the deal. Yeah. So I've adopted. This actually kind of segues into my stuff a little bit. Here's my skewer tree that I'm working on right here. Here's my little field of love. It's down here on top of the garbage, the safest place in the world. The hard part with doing something big like the Quibbly is you can't just do this with your clear coat and box it into a little fucking container where it's safe and sound from all the harms of the outside world. I had a lot of problems with the Porsche. I repainted the hood I repainted the body, and the hood was effed up, and so I had to mask off the hood, and I ended up having to repaint that twice after I masked it off. And then when I got it clean and clear coated, I unmasked it, and it was a shade of the tint of the green that the color is. So the hood was darker than the rest of the entire car, which is already clear coated and painted. But as you can see now, they are the same color. The body and the hood are all the same color. And I did that by first spraying an additional layer of tinted gloss clear with a little bit of candy emerald thrown in it. And I sprayed the entirety of the car to give it kind of a base layer to work with. It was a fresh, tacky layer and supposed to do something that had been curing for several days to a week. And then I sprayed a whole tone, or a whole full volume, or full strength, I should say, of the emerald candy lacquer. Is it emerald? No, it is lime. Candy lime green here from All Clad. So I just sprayed a full coat of this, and that was enough because it's transparent, and I could just adjust where I was with it, and I got the layers to match color-wise. So even this little fucking stripe at the top of the hood was a light that was like light green, and then
the cowl,
this dark color. Yeah, it's not even. Is that what that is? That little part between the hood and the This is just this little fucking strip right here where the windshield wipers go. But yeah. So anyways, that's worked and it's good. Oh shit, this guy. We have with us a new person to the live stream.
Hey,
Mr.
Hello.
Zach. What's up, Zach?
Let's go, man.
Let's just talk about my Porsche. How green it is.
Yeah. My ears were burning because I love Porsche model kits.
If I turn it, there we go. If I turn it looks a little bit better. The green is a little bit, but it's a good one. It's a nice little easy build.
What's up, everyone?
Hey, Zach. To the show. I was just talking about what I'm working on. Paul, I changed the color. We went through this last time. I changed the color of what I went with for the interior. This is the color I want.
It's better than black, man. Black would have been boring.
I wasn't gonna do black. What are you talking about?
I still think you should have went crazy because that's the cool part about a Porsche is you can do something that could have been a purple interior, and you might actually see that in a Porsche.
So,
but the houndstooth would have been dope.
I'm not gonna paint houndstooth pattern on the upholstery portions of the fucking seat cushions.
It's coming back. I'm telling you right now. You're gonna see
You're
how
off your
soon.
rocker. I guess you're off your rocker.
What's that,
I
like
did-
1/35th scale or something?
24th.
Mm.
So it's bigger than 35th.
Hold it out to
But,
that scale.
yeah. But
I mean-
so
How many circles did you punch for that other one?
7,500. It doesn't matter.
Who's counting?
So I am. So this is the basic tub. I am gonna mask that off in there, Paul, and add black elements like the black floorboards or like dark gray floorboards, and then on the side door panels and stuff like that. A little bit of extra detail. So I will mask some of that off and paint it because it'll look good. And then in the dash, I already masked, and I think I can actually peel it because I cleared it, and the clear is tacked off enough. Now the dash has two-tone. Oh, I missed one piece of wood.
I love Porsche kits whilst wearing a Shelby shirt.
So the mask, the back mask, a little detail that'll work in with the sidebars. It'll look nice. Array. I'm getting more places. Did I have the? I don't think I had the chassis assembled last time I showed. I think it was close, but the
No, I think last time you
chassis
just
is
had the just that floorboard piece, if I remember right.
yeah, I didn't have the wheels. I didn't have the full exhaust and everything put on there. It looks pretty nice. Wheels came out good. They look fucking sick. I just went through with my rotary sander and just sanded the mold seam that goes on the tires. There's like a mold seam that comes with all these ones. And just easily sanded that out, smoothed it right down. The Tamiya tires were fantastic. Once again, even though this is just a curbside, it's kind of like a really simple kit. It's got a lot of detail and it's pretty cool. I want to talk about this because I got it, but I didn't show it. That I got this car,
A Lancia.
Lancia
Nice.
Stradale. This thing is weird. I got it just because it is weird. The body is like, it looks like some Spy Hunter style shit.
Yep.
Like it's really crazy. I don't know, but they're like these weird little cars. They're really just like experimental
Not
rally.
quite, not quite Knight Rider, not quite
I was
Mission Impossible.
I was gonna say they made rally versions of those as well, like where the
Yeah.
tires were quite large and it was lifted, but
Yeah, they're crazy.
Italy, who knows, man.
But this kit, this is a Hasegawa 124 scale, and it's actually really fairly detailed. It doesn't have a motor because these, especially this one, the Stradale, the boot or the rear cowling covers most of the engine, so you don't really even get to see it. But they make resin aftermarkets for them. But the thing about this that really made me stoked when I was looking through the instructions is they have the whole like rotor, brake assembly, shock absorber, strut assembly. All that stuff is multiple parts that all goes together, and I think that's just fucking really cool because I like details.
Yeah, for sure.
Without the body on it, looks like a fucking boom buggy. It's crazy. Let's see, moving on. What else did I do? I got some of these and put these things together.
Warhammer figures.
Yeah, these teeny tiny little Warhammer figures. I did this at the hobby club meeting a couple weeks ago. Derek Dokudel's guy hooked me up with them, her fiance. Hooked me up with them. He had a bunch of sets. I guess they had like gone to a convention out in Cali. I don't know if it was a CGMC or where the heck it was. They were to, but they went to a convention in Cali, and the Warhammer people were pulling out and just leaving a bunch of shit behind. And they were like, "We're just gonna throw this away." So they were like, "Well, we're just gonna take these," and it's like four or six Citadel paints, a brush, and then 2 figures each, or 3 figures depending on what the kit was. Yeah, pretty straightforward shit. Really cool. So he hooked me up with that, which is fun. I got to fucking play with those a little bit. And then I also got this 78 Dodge pickup truck.
You're basically becoming like a car modeler at this point, man.
No, shut your face. comes with a teeny tiny little motorcycle, which I think is cool as hell.
He said,
And,
I had so
this
much fun getting the hood to match the rest of the body. I'm going to do it more.
I'm gonna no. This is the last time I'm fucking with pearl acrylics for automotive bodywork. That is the main name that was my issue here. Was the pearl acrylic paint for the bodywork because it's such a large panel. If you're just painting, you're just painting Gundams or whatever the heck it is, or something small, even a smaller scale model would be fine. But lacquers are such the fucking way to go. The only problem is when I kissed up these lacquers, they came way too like Kelly. Right? For what I wanted.
Ooh. Yeah.
Right? They're nice. Right? That is fucking Sex Factory, but that is not what we're shooting for, which is cool. This is
that is space green.
Yeah, this is all clad. This is moto backed. This is all clad backed, moto backed, and then this is just a white acrylic back. So beautiful colors, but not the green that I wanted.
Well, at least the Dodge would I feel like a non-perfect finish would suit that truck.
It'd be fine.
Well
it's supposed
enough
to be
anyway.
A work truck, so I'm gonna make it my motorcycle repair truck company. But I have this little vial of mutagen left over for painting the automotive car. So. And I'm done with my spiel. Zach, what are you working on?
You, right now, well, I couldn't decide. And so I opted just to do this because it's easier.
Oh, cool.
Hey.
Some 30 minutes sisters option sets that I need to build.
Right on. Wow.
A number of them, but probably more interesting for you guys is this, which I'm opting not to work on at the moment, which is a Gelgoog.
Oh, nice.
MG, but with the Regelgoo dress-up set.
Yes.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It's basically just the shoulder. It's just new shoulders, backpack, and it's got like the parts for the forearms and a different gun. But the shoulder parts are pretty cool. Let me show you. Here. That's like the main thing of the Regelgoo, right?
Yeah.
It's the massive shoulder armor parts.
Oh, that was nice.
Bruh.
Oh,
Yeah.
they look really, really nice. Are they 3D printed or?
Yeah.
Cool.
Compared to the original shoulders. So let's see how I can show this to you, minus the parts on the end. But I mean, just for the size difference.
Oh, man.
Very big and long. And yeah, it's like this is the interior part. It goes on the inside.
Oh, cool.
And then
Nice little detail.
it's got for the thruster bells are two pieces, an inner and outer piece. So you can like paint the inner piece separately and then just like pop it in.
Fantastic.
It's real engineering.
Like that.
Nice.
Yeah. And the backpack is that's okay. Like that's just like the main part of the backpack, and then it's got a bunch of other little bits that attach onto there.
Oh, that's nice.
That's cool.
Very nice. Chris Collins is asking Zach, how are you feeling? Are you over the vid?
Over the vid?
COVID.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I am.
He's like, what video?
Right.
Yeah.
We don't have COVID in Florida. What are you talking about?
Apparently it's going like nuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was okay. But yesterday my daughter was sick, and then today my son was sick. So that's fun.
No, not much. But...
yeah. Hopefully they'll be okay by the weekends. We're planning to go to the beach, but we'll see.
Nice.
That's like what Florida people do to get over being sick.
Yeah.
They're like, I can't get rid of this. Let's go to the beach and salt water that shit out of you.
Yeah.
I'm like, super hot sun, salt water, kind of does something. I don't know what it is, man. It's a little bit of magic in it.
Sterilizing you.
Well, it's like drinking when you're sick to get over your sickness, but when for kids.
A little bit of whiskey burns that last bit out.
And
There was a time where I swear I cured myself with cranberry vodkas and hot toddies. So I want to agree with that statement.
Nice, very nice. Chris Pab says, "Tex, go get your NYC hat." For that matter, Zach and Paul should both be wearing Florida hats. If that's the case.
Florida.
What I got now? I got a gray one. I got a navy blue one. I got a camouflage one. Camo green one. No, it's green with leopard print on.
Is that better? Chris, out there in TV land, got my Critical Builds hat on now. Sucker.
Yes.
The advertising that he was asking for.
I don't have any Florida merch yet. Don't know if I will.
No.
You just need a generic Florida man shirt, and I think you're set.
What I don't even know. Like slides, I guess. Slides and basketball shorts.
just Pitbull on a shirt, Mr. 305 worldwide. Go.
Oh man, my friend and coworker in when I worked in Japan, he was a big Pitbull fan.
Why?
He sounds amazing.
Pitbull taught me how to count.
Yeah. But no, he's gone on. He's like a professional dancer and actor.
Oh wow!
Now he does a lot of work on commercials and stuff in China. He lives in China now.
Okay, that's cool.
He was just recently did some work for DJI, so he's in a bunch of photos and stuff on the DJI website. Interestingly, it's one place you might see him around if you're looking at drone stuff.
Probably not. I did just get a 3D printer though, Zach. You may not know that, and so I'm gonna be getting into some of that fun stuff.
And Anycubic.
It is an Anycubic.
How did I guess that? Am I missing a foot? That looks like it didn't make it onto the mold.
High quality stuff there, Zach.
Oh no, here it is.
Give you the Lieutenant Dan model.
Yeah.
They're chicas though, so it'd be like Lieutenant Daniela.
Oh,
something.
You can see where it's got that empty gap right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have the
one at the factory had a particular fetish.
Connection piece.
Bottom part of it. Yeah.
Ooh.
But it was there in the box. I don't know what happened.
Just broke. There's a weird air bubble in the casting.
Yeah.
Oh, it popped. Yeah.
Get a little ejecto fito.
That costs extra.
Chris Collins says whiskey and some honey gets him through the nightmarish cedar season.
Cedar? Is that like a pine allergy?
Is that a thing? I didn't know trees. Huh.
I don't know. In Korea, we had that.
Cedar season?
I don't know if it's cedar, but it's some sort of a pine pollen. It's there's a ton of I don't know exactly what kind of pine tree it is, but it's a ton of pollen. Yeah.
We get that in Brooklyn. There's a tree that used to grow, or a whole ton of them, just everywhere around there that would flower or whatever in the springtime. Just the cheap trees that they threw up when they were, going through the ghettos back in the day.
The ones that they protect with a fence that's this big.
No, ours didn't even have that. It was literally broken concrete that this tree was planted in. It was pretty bad.
It's the aesthetic.
It's all buckled up and shit around it. It's real bad.
The rose that grew from concrete. It's
yeah. But just a bunch of those all over the hood, just because they grow really fast. But they also lots of leaves, lots of pollen. Whole different kind of pollen and shit out here, and I live on the shore, so nature everywhere. Right.
Back west, there was kind of tree that would like bloom at night or something like that, and half of my family was allergic to it. Like you step outside, starts everywhere.
Cedar pollen in Central Texas. It gets bad. Even if you don't have allergies, you will in 5 to 10 years of exposure. No shit. Oh, I didn't. I've been to Texas one time, and it was like literally just crossed the border, said, "Hey, I'm in Texas," and then left. And I'm not sure I have a desire to go back. Maybe Austin would be cool, but
Austin is
Austin.
Austin, Houston, San Ann.
Oh, right, San Antonio, right?
Ever been to the Alamo?
Yes. Not the
You-
basement though.
He knew I was going there, huh?
I got you. Gotcha.
Farthest south I've been is St. Louis. It's not
Missouri?
very far south. Yeah, in Missouri, yeah. Well, or Illinois, Quincy, Illinois, St. Louis, same place, more or less.
Oh dang, yeah.
Like, I have family in Quincy. Uncle used to work for McDonnell Douglas. That was pretty cool when I was a little kid building airplane models.
Oh, that McDonald's.
Yeah, that
Okay.
McDonnell Douglas.
That-
Yeah, he
it
worked
took me a
for
second. I'm like-
airplanes. Yeah.
I'm like, you didn't say Happy Meal, so I'm a little confused. Hold on. Let me check with the judges. Ah, okay.
Matthias, what's up? How you doing, Matthias? It's been 10 years in Tejas. Oh, Chris has a fun Alamo story. Oh, wow.
Riverwalk?
Riverwalk.
I know that.
Ashes.
Riverwalk, San Antonio.
If he's talking about the Alamo, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I know my geography for Texas is trash.
There's a river where you can walk on both sides, pedestrian river, and concrete restaurants, bars, attractions, Dick's Last Resort. It's all there.
Takes last resort.
Fair enough. Told the funeral home and asked if they could do it, and they said, "Just don't get caught." Very same thing happened with us and my mother-in-law. We've been around several different places, and put little bits of ma around.
I think it's kind of like the general rule, because I know everybody says, oh, you know, in the ocean. We're like, well, not on the shore if you get caught. Like, you gotta be.
Really?
We got a little bit of ma in a couple different spots in the ocean.
There you go.
I've seen people go to the beach and just like.
That's because no one's looking.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
that's
no one
literally
who
it.
should be looking is looking.
And do what?
Like dump
Spread
ashes
ashes.
at the beach, or
Yeah.
so dump is not a.
Yeah.
I guess
Dump,
dump
yeah.
is not the ideal.
Yeah.
Sorry, Grandma.
Yeah, spread some.
Let's go get a beer.
So we're dumping them, and it's a huge pain in the ass if you've never done it.
I have not.
They are not. It is not like normal stuff. It's not graceful at all. No, you're 100% right.
There's no real viscosity involved.
No, it's not super soluble.
There you go.
At least not right away. Wait. Oh, my freaking science brain instantly kicks in. It's like, oh, you could just mix a little powdered detergent in with them and it just dissolve really easily. It's like, that's fucked up, man. That's fucked up, brain. Stop it.
Yeah. Just make yourself a how-to YouTube video and.
Yeah, right. Thanks. Why is my brain crazy like that? Huh. I guess it's better than lots of other ways it could be crazy.
So Chris would say Kim is struggling, and here comes a cop
Oh,
while
no.
they're trying to spread ashes.
Spread the ashes. Yes.
I don't know. Like, if I was a cop, though, that's not something I would just look the other way, because that's not something I care to explain, like, or, have a video of me yelling at some people trying to spread the ashes of their loved one. Like, there's no winner there. Like, I'd rather just be like, hey, I'm gonna go walk over there for 10 minutes. Why don't you finish up real quick?
Interesting. All right, in different news from a couple of hours ago, there's an update on looks like it must be the Built Sideways Discord. Yeah. Jeff has give us a little bit of an update on his unicorn. It's been super hot and humid in Canada, so he hasn't been able to do much of anything except putty and sand his shit, which is crazy.
With a full-size DA.
Yeah, it's got a fucking 12-inch orbital sander.
It's
That's cool.
1/6 scale? Is that right?
Yes, 1/6 scale unicorn.
Damn. Head.
Bust. Yeah. I think he wants to do the bust. I think what he was getting at. Right now he's just got the head and the neck, but I think he wants to go farther. So in that episode, he was really like getting into that upper portion, kind of like sussing out like where to stop.
Where to stop, yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a crazy amount of time though. Like, I forget what he said. His longest print was where he had a failure. Like, he was like 18 hours in and it failed.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so bad.
I'm just getting ready to paint a bust next week.
Which bust?
The Magic Toys new Gundam.
What scale is that?
1/35th. You might have to look that one up because it's going a little ways back.
I was
gonna say, I think I remember hearing about it. I couldn't tell you what it looked like if I tried right now.
I don't know if it was really too widely available. I didn't really see that many people get it.
What else? They made a kit, didn't they?
It wasn't widely available. It was just like ridiculous sort of thing.
No, I don't know why. Like, it's not like a huge like kit. I mean, it doesn't have like that many parts either. It's got like, it's 1/35th scale, so I mean, like, it's nicely detailed, but it's not like anything too crazy.
It's got the cables on the side. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at the right thing. That's fantastic, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Got some metal parts. Looks like a LED component to it as well.
It has LEDs. Yeah, it doesn't have metal parts, but it does have. They're just plated parts. But I already stripped.
Oh, okay.
I stripped the plating on them because I'm gonna paint.
Of course.
Them in different
Yeah.
colors.
Yeah.
So
The
that's
hazel. That's what they made, right? They made a hazel as well.
Hey.
Yeah, they made a hazel. Yes.
I have. That's what I have. I just couldn't think if it was them or not.
Mm-hmm.
We
They do
have
not-
Chris Pabs. I think it's a nice bust, but it's a pain.
I don't know. It wasn't that bad. I snap fit it first to put together, and I didn't have too much issue with it. It seems okay. Certainly not the worst thing that I ever built. But did they make? Is that who made the 100 scale wound wart? Is that also Magic Toys, or is that something else?
Ooh.
Like, that was something different.
Sure.
Because that was like notoriously bad.
Oh yeah, it had the purple inner frame, right?
I don't think it's Magic Toys. I think it's something else. They also have the 1/44 scale Barzam refined conversion for the RG Mark II.
Mm-hmm.
Also very bad, but it looks great. Cute Cube, that's what it is. Thanks, Chris.
Cute
Yeah.
Cube.
Cute Cube.
I have that as well.
Cute Cube.
I don't know where it is. I guess it's somewhere stacked away, but
Both of those kits, I mean, are the kind that look good, if you put in the work. But
yeah.
it's
I remember I think the Q Cube one, wasn't it like super cheap too? It was like $35 or $40 when it came out.
Yeah.
Like back when, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
It was
I'm trying to
really cheap.
remember. Was
I
Donovan
remember
selling one?
a couple people had like problems with, I think it was part of the inner frame where like the plastic was so thin you could almost see through it. Like, it had like something to do with the casting. It just didn't come out perfect in some of them.
Yeah, it's got a lot of nasty parts.
I think I bought that from Samuel Decal, like way back in the day.
Yep.
When
Same.
you would order it and 9.5 months later it would show up at your door and you didn't remember what it was.
Yeah.
That still happens. Son.
The good old days.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just thinking about that the other day. Like, so I still follow his Facebook page, and like he still posts and sells stuff and everything. So I see it pop up every now and then. I don't know what it was. The other day he had posted something, and I was just thinking, like, when was the last time that I ordered anything from him? It had been a long time ago.
I remember when he was like pretty much the only P Bandai game in town. Like that was.
Yeah, there was that too.
For the most part, it. Yeah.
Anything P Bandai and any of like the like non-official.
Yep.
Like and or bootleg stuff, yeah.
He does a lot of like figures now, right? I think.
I'm not sure. As far as I know, it's kind of a lot of the same kind of stuff. That's basically anything that's like manufactured in China, especially.
Chris was saying he doesn't even sell decals anymore. I forgot about obviously I should know that from his name, but yeah, getting decals from him.
I think that was the last thing I ordered from him ever.
No, because he would do custom decals. You could just like send him like the files and print it for you. So yeah, I did a couple. And now some people ask me. I'll sometimes get messages from people asking like if I know of anybody that can do it. I don't know. Now that Samuel doesn't do it anymore, you guys?
Yes, it is called Decal Model. Fucking shit. Hang on a second. I gotta look it up.
I don't need any at the moment, but it would just be good to know because people ask me from time to time.
I don't know anyone that does them like custom for printing. I just know friends that I can ask for favors sometimes. So
it's what is it? Is it white decals that are a problem, or no? I'm sorry. There's like one color that's problematic.
It's white.
White.
Yeah, the guy that I know or that I know of does white, and he does it well apparently, and does all sorts of stuff no matter what. It doesn't matter. And he also sells a bunch of different. He does mostly like armor and whatnot, and he was like he got into it because he was like, I want to make a tank that is like different than what they give me. I want to use different markings, and he didn't have any source for it, so he just like kind of started doing it himself. Hi, Jeff.
Samuel was the only person for a while too that you could get like decals for kits that Bandai didn't print them for, like let's say in 1/100. But obviously the quality was not quite there. But now there's a lot of people who usually make those. Like you have like Delpy and I forget what that other brand is that you can get that kind of stuff.
Technology has gotten way better.
Yeah,
and made it a lot more accessible.
Yeah, I joked like 2 weeks ago that Tim's decals have ruined my life because you can actually read what they say despite how tiny they are. So you have to break out the magnifying glass to make sure you're not putting something like caution open underneath a thruster, like you want it to say hot or whatever. Fuck, it can't just to say warning or just has some like nondescript language.
I was thinking about that, putting decals on another kit just last week, and thinking like, I'm not sure if what this says exactly, because it was one of those where like you couldn't quite read it. I was like, but at the same time, like if I can barely read it, nobody is ever going to read this. Like it really doesn't matter what it says. Probably going to be okay.
Chris says white ink. The printer program only works on Windows XP. You'd think that'd be solvable. Like,
well, the problem is a certain type of printer too.
Yeah.
The problem is that you have to print white under any other color though, right? Too, if you want like yellow, red, any other color that you need it to be like a bright color, it prints white first and then prints the color on top of it, so that it's actually like bright.
Right. Yeah.
That's not that big head. Hey, I have a question for you guys. Actually, maybe you all might have a good idea. So I'm working on that, or getting ready to paint that new head bust, the new Gundam. And what I want to do is do some of like that bit where it's like taped over, like it's like just come out of the factory, like it's got like a tape on like some of the hatches and like over like the Vulcans or whatever, something like that. And what I'm thinking the best thing would be to like just paint some like actual like strip masking tape and then just like cut it and stick it on there. But I'm worried like using masking tape, it'll peel off like
crack
a year later
when you
or just whatever. I wonder if
Tex.
What do I got? So we got these from Post out in Anaheim. And the guys really like using this, and it's been pretty friendly. And they come in different widths and colors.
Is that like nail supply stuff? Because that's what I was thinking to try as well.
I mean, that's a good idea. Nail supply would be good. Anything that's kind of geared towards this. Let's see how tacky it is.
It just depends on like what are you trying to like? Are you trying to emulate that clear kind of tape that it comes like
the blue clear that comes over like when you get a refrigerator, it's on the stainless.
No, it's let me see if I can find a picture real quick. I'll show you.
This feels more like electrical tape than anything.
Because I know they do like a vinyl tape with a printed like warning, whatever, like seal identification markings and shit like that they just kind of will like tape over closed doors from stuff that comes out of like my washer and dryer came out of the box and, like tape doors taped shut essentially.
Yeah, this is like it can't be anything like as thin as like a decal, like a waterside decal, because it shouldn't sink into the recessed area. Like it needs to be firm like across it, but then it also needs to
Let me put it together.
But you don't want it too thick because obviously it will belie the scale.
And then the problem, like if I wanted to use like just like 0.3 millimeter like plot plate, just cut little strips of plot plate and like bend it and form it, but then it's got to be, shaped. It's like a much more complicated process to do that. Shit. Oh, okay, yeah, here's a good example. Well, if it's a good picture. It's kind of a shit picture though. Let's see. Maybe I'm okay. Here, let me presento. There you go. Can you see that?
Oh yeah.
Can you see how it's got like like not the clearest photo, but you know what I mean anyway.
Oh, okay.
This kind of like tape over certain sections. It's emulating, I mean, I guess this is something that they do like on aircraft or something is what that's from. So looking up some like real world like examples would be a good idea. And you know how they have like those like caps that go like in like the vents in the aircraft and stuff too. I don't know what they're called, but I've seen like that sort of thing done like for Gunpla as well. It's usually larger like bust kits like this because anything 100 scale or something like that is just like too small. I've seen it done, but yeah, I don't know exactly what would be best for that.
You said you don't want it to go into the recesses when
right.
It's taped over, right? So
yeah.
This one is thicker and doesn't sink. I don't know if it's going to come into the scale that you want. This is...
Well, they can cut it, right?
Yeah, this is a 1/4 inch, and it goes down to 1/8.
Yeah, I'll have to look.
Cool. What's an eighth? Like 2? No.
Either that or like
just to like give you a start.
If you go to like an auto parts store, you can usually get like painter's masking tape in different colors.
That's
just because they use it for like different things, and you can cut it. If you did have to paint it, I wonder if like some like cheaper paint would almost be better. Like almost like a cheap acrylic or something like that would absorb into the tape a little better than like
Jeff says ST
hobby
sheets.
paint.
So, for example, that case is. I have some in here. So this is just clear acetate. They make it in. I have it in colors, so I have it in like blue and green and yellow and red and shit like that. But this comes out of actually my wife's makeup stuff, and I use this for making hard masks. It's fantastic.
I do have some clear blue of that. Yeah, actually.
This is like a vellum, and it has a matte side and a shiny side. Right? This is just artist's vellum. It's also I use for masks essentially.
I feel like the matte. Oh, excuse me. I feel like a matte tape would be a nice contrast against if you're going like that clean glossy.
Yeah, I agree.
And to Chris's point about in the opening of Char's counterattack, the new has tape and tarp on it. Yeah, there is that scene I was using for reference, and there's also the new Gundam, the 1-to-1 scale statue in Fukuoka.
Oh, that's right. They did do that. Yeah.
They did that. Yeah, for when they first were building it, they had it covered up and everything, like in the anime. 그냥 친구랑 이야기하고 있어. 왜? 할 수 없어? 어떻게? 물 먹고 자. 여기. Somebody woke up. Let me see. Oh yeah.
Brian, can you do something to Chris's link to make it
I can't.
linkable? I don't know.
No.
Chris should be able to. He's a mod, so it should be.
I think it's just because if it's not
You can see that.
translating over.
Oh yeah, sorry.
It's okay. Can you see this here on the?
Oh yeah.
On the
Yeah.
Does that say something in the center of it?
Yeah, hang on. That's let me. It's doing the wrong window. Here you go. This one's better.
One of my favorite gimmicks. Any article of clothing that says like the remove before flight tag.
So, Paul, if you go to the to YouTube, the actual application of YouTube, or on your computer.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you just can't do it through StreamYard. Cool.
Can you present my
Yes.
thing?
Sorry.
There you go. So yeah, kind of like that.
The caution.
That's
I love that.
That's like way thicker than I want to do it, but and I'm not going to cover the eyes, but yeah, I mean you get the idea. So yeah, I also need to be able to like put decals on the tape, like some really teeny ones.
So
what if you even use just like scribe tape? And could you do paint, or you think paint would stick on the top of that?
Probably.
It has that flatter finish than like masking tape. Is kind of textured.
Maybe. Or what about the Tamiya masking tape?
I'm just worried about using masking tape if it's gonna like peel off in the humidity.
Well, if you're top coated, like if you're top coated, you do it as like a thing that goes after. You should probably be all right.
Could also just glue it. Just use
a
tiny bit of super glue.
At the end,
Yeah. But this is what the Tamiya.
I think that would be the safest bet. If you just glue the tips to the end.
This is Nito. Sorry, this isn't Tamiya. This is Nito tape. Maybe it's made by Tamiya. I can't remember.
Tamiya is the Umbrella Corporation.
Yeah, that's
what is that shit called? Holofilm?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, maybe.
I love the eyes covered like that. I love
cool.
it. It's nice. It's the bird box.
I do like the tapes though. Tape on there so I can take. Cautions over the Vulcans. Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm brainstorming that one. But fortunately, it's the kind of thing that is like the last step. So I still have plenty of other painting and other stuff to do before I even get there. But it's something I've wanted to do for a long time, and since this is a 1/35 scale bust, I thought, it's a good time to try that out.
True. Absolutely. And it's, getting a early start on trying to source a product.
Yeah, if I need. I think I'm going to go also just to try a nail supply store. I think that's probably going to be a good bet. Just that like really thin nail tape, I think would probably be good too.
Sure.
It usually has a nice thickness to it as well.
Yeah, anything that I would recommend that's like from my world of industrial shit would be way too thick. That'd be like the right for human size shit, but like not for something that's so small.
I wonder if you could get like something where the top, like the finish of it is shiny, like you could almost put like a warning decal.
Yeah.
On top of it to give you that.
The Nito tape is shiny on top.
Yeah.
Same deal with the other tape that I would suggest would be like a polyvinyl tape.
Do you mean like to like print on it, sort of thing, Paul? Or you mean like
or even just to put a water slide?
Like, just put a water slide right over the top.
Oh, where it's clean enough that you can do that.
Yeah, like if it's got that no texture to it, rather.
Well, even if there is texture, you can do setting stuff on it. But the problem that I would say in regards to the tape that has texture is usually the glue is not that adhesive, or it's some water
right
soluble breakdown. Especially if you put like a setter on there. Right?
Somewhere out there, there's a woman who scrapbooks with a cry kit that has the answer.
Like, this is easy.
So this is more like it's a practice bust for the Shinanju bust that I want to do as well.
Oh, the big one?
Yeah, the really, really big one. Because that's got like the whole torso and shoulders with it as well. Where this is like just the head and like the bottom of the neck, essentially.
I think his friend got that one, and it's massive. If it's the one I'm thinking of.
Justin had one as well. I know. Other than that, I don't know anybody that's painted one though. I'm sure people have them. I don't know anyone personally that has.
The 1/35 bust?
Mm-hmm.
That goes like all the way down to like the hips almost?
Yeah, like the full torso.
I don't know if I've ever seen one. Like, maybe it was painted, but
the pods in the back or the thrusters in the back that doesn't really sit on it. I'm just talking shit now. I gotta look and see which one it is.
Yeah, it does have the full backpack as well. Yeah, that's right.
Wait a second.
I remember looking at it, and the backpack didn't quite attach, which is the weirdest thing. It was supposed to sit with friction or whatever, but it just was not. Maybe it sucked. Maybe it's not even the right one. It doesn't matter.
There's a really cool. I'm gonna see if I can find it. There's like one official art that exists online of the Shinanju, like kind of between being the Shinanju Stein and turning into the red Shinanju. Where let me see if I can find it to show you guys, and I think that's what I want to do with that bust, because it's all red and all like the normal red Shinanju, except the like the decorative ornamental parts with like the gold design, everything are just like black. It just doesn't have the gold.
What's up, Manny?
Hey, Manny.
Hey.
Oh shit, that's cool. Show it. Find it. Show me.
And
I finally figured out, tracked through all the podcasts that I listened to find out which podcast had this company on, and it's decalcomaniacs.net. Is the decal
Cal cut
guy that does custom decalco. So DECALCOMANIACS, all is one fucking word. I'll put it in the chat.
Whoa.
It looks like a very rudimentary website, but the guy can work with whatever you give him. So if you send him photos or vector files and stuff like that, he'll work happily with you. Guy's super fucking cool. If you guys get a chance, listen to the Modeling Insanity podcast. A couple of my homies and a couple of other new homies. Yeah, they're real cool guys. Cool shit. East Coast.
Aha. I found it.
All right, so it looks like the person that I know has the 135th Sazabi. I don't remember if you painted it though.
Here you go.
Hey, Billy Dempsey, what's up, man? And hey, Jay Santos, what's up, man? There you go, DeCalicoManiacs.net for everybody out there on YouTube's watching this shit right now or later. Boom.
It's gonna sound mean, but based off of the painting that I see on it, he did.
There you go. So, like this. So everything's basically the same. It doesn't have the spikes on the shoulder part right here. Doesn't have the antenna, and doesn't have the gold on the chest.
None of the sleeves markings yet.
I think that would be pretty cool. Kind of unique.
That makes it look so different without just like, you know, two pieces on that thing.
It makes it feel like a prototype-ish.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like the gray bits on it. It's kind of cool as well.
Yeah.
Much less ornamental. Either that or, man, this is the problem. There's too many options.
There it is.
The oh yeah. There
Welcome to the chat, Brian.
It's weird without with just the backpack, the edges of
the
things being blue instead of white. I don't know why that looks so weird to me.
Oh yeah.
I know what you're supposed to be.
Doku. Hey, Alicia, what's up, kid?
Hey!
I was just talking about you and Derek hooking me up with the 40K stuff a couple weekends ago. That's a cool idea, though, Zach. I like that.
It's either that or the damaged face from the OVA when it takes the bazooka. I think that would also be cool to have in like the 1/35 scale.
Yeah,
I have the Peebo set for that.
For the RG?
You need a 1-to-1. Yeah, for the RG. And
there's a lot of great reference like art and images and stuff for it online, fortunately. So that's another one.
Was it in here?
Been tempting. I'm sure it is in that book, yeah, as well.
My vote is for the damaged one.
But see, I also have the 1/48 scale bust, which was like the magazine pack-in bust, you know? So could do that on that one instead. So I don't know.
It just depends on how much of an undertaking you want, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Go Big or Go Home, but I'm also not doing it. So,
well, like the proto one, I feel like would not be that difficult. Basically, all you have to do is like just like get rid of the gold, because what it is, the black and the gold pieces are separate pieces, kind of like on the RG, but it's like much larger. So basically, like just gluing those together and like filling it all in and just grinding it down to just make it like just a flat plate instead. So,
or you can even take like the inlays, like the parts where you would inlay it, just putty over the top of them and it's flat.
Yeah,
Something
like that.
I want to do a new Gundam like that.
Yeah, with the V-fin is not to my taste though. There's it's not exactly that, but there's a resin conversion kit, right, for the Shinanju to make it like a proto Shinanju, basically, where it has a V-fin. It's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But I'm not a fan. It looks a bit weird with a V-fin on it, I think.
Yeah.
V-fins are overrated.
Well, the V-fin and like the mono, I don't know. There's something about that's kind of weird.
Well, if it's the Stein, it doesn't need a V-fin. Or it can have a V-fin. It doesn't have a mono eye.
I like the Stein with no head, with like the football helmet look.
No, I don't know that the damage stuff is in here. Unless I'm just missing it.
The dog snuck it and she's been here the whole time.
There is also the resin Shinanju head that is like pre-damaged. It's just, you just have to paint it. Which is, what's the scale on that? 1/35 scale? Yeah, same.
I love the Shinanju. I think that's such a good looking
A lot of options.
Full frontal certainly have the swag.
You are right, Alicia. We do need to bring more people down on our trips to the outer reaches. Down by Philly. Or down by Tom's River.
Let me know. My sister lives down there. It's not a hike for me.
No, it's not really too bad for you. You're because where you guys are, you're close-ish, right, to Jersey?
We're right by the bridge.
So yeah. Like when I lived in BK, it was so far to get to Jersey.
It's like half your day gone.
Yeah, it was like an hour just to get to the edge of New Jersey before you drive for another hour or more.
Zach, Julius is asking if you have a preference on which third-party proxy site to use.
For what? If it's like resin stuff, I would say Museigen. But plastic model kits, I mean, USA Gundam Store has most stuff, but it depends on where you are in the world. If you're not in the US, I don't know.
I feel like now you can get just about anything you want third party through a more traditional supplier. And honestly, by the time you pay
HLJ.
for shipping, right? By the time you pay for shipping, it's like, you know, you might as well pay a little more money to, you know, a regular retailer.
Yeah, a couple of us were talking about how shipping from overseas still hasn't quite recovered since COVID.
No.
It might never go back, is what it feels like.
I don't think so. I would much rather pay an extra $10 to $20 to USA Gundam Store and know that it's coming, like it's actually going to make it to me in one piece. And if I have a problem, I have someone to talk to, compared to ordering from overseas, paying $50 for shipping and
don't you know that
don't
you know that USA Gundam Store waits like 3 weeks before shipping your order out, and then they like ship you out in like a broken, like busted ass box?
Dude.
Haven't you read the comments?
Yeah, they pay UPS to kick it around a couple times.
Yeah. Dude. Yeah, I'm Tex, you're part of that Discord too. The Mobile Suit Breakdown Discord. Sometimes they rag on USAGs down there. They love new type. And I'm just like, you guys don't even know. It's like,
it's kind of,
I understand.
It's crazy, some of the comments that people have. It's like that. What I said about someone thinking that we just like held their order for 3 weeks before shipping it, like that, I didn't just make that up.
like a spiteful ex.
No, it's like, it's just crazy. I mean, like, people just like, do you really think that like we just for fun, like what would the reason be for that we would just hang on to your order like and not ship it out, like, because we want you to go online and complain about us, so we're gonna just not ship your order out because it's like we're really enjoying the fact that it's taking up warehouse space, costing money. People just have no idea how stuff works.
Some sellers are into that.
I've been ordering from them for so long that they didn't have a website yet. They were just an eBay store. Yeah. And Adam used to send out handwritten notes with each of his orders. Like you'd order something and he'd be like, "Hey, thanks for ordering." Because at the time, the only other person in the US that you could really get from was Gundam Planet. Like that was pretty much it. So I don't think I've ever had a problem that I can think of.
Well, yeah, I mean, and for the amount of orders like that we do, I mean, it's very much like the whole squeaky nail thing, right? You know, you hear about like a couple people but you know, if we're doing however many orders per day or per week, you know, it's like 0.5% of those have some sort of issue. You know, it's going to be what seems like a substantial amount, but like in comparison, I mean, it's small. But
man, I remember like this was probably when they first made their website, and you know, and obviously I'm in Florida, so I get somewhat of a benefit of shipping time, but they would ship out. Like if I ordered something, it'd be shipped the next day and at my house like the following. Even though I was paying for regular shipping, it was like 2 days max. I would get something.
Yeah, it's funny. We had this like a few weeks ago. An order came through, and one of the packers noticed that like the address is like literally like a block away. We checked, and apparently this guy had it, and it wasn't his first order. He had ordered like he had placed a couple of orders, and I guess nobody had noticed it maybe the first couple of times. But yeah, so like a customer service like sent him an email like, before we send this out to you, just thought you might want to know, maybe you hadn't noticed that we're like right around the corner. You could just come pick it up and not have to pay for shipping.
Yeah.
So I think he did. I think he's a student. I don't know. Do you guys know Embry-Riddle, the aeronautical university here? Big one in Daytona Beach.
Mm-hmm. I do not.
It's a big...
I thought that was the name of a person and you were about to get this poor dude job.
So did I.
I'm like, I definitely don't know that.
No, it's a big aeronautical university. I'd never heard of it either before moving here, but apparently like it's like one of the top ones in the US. But I think it's a student there because the address was like at the what I know is like the apartment dorms kind of apartment building for students there, which is like right around the corner from where we're at. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a exchange student or something and just kind of didn't notice or something.
Possible.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
There was a company when I lived in San Diego that did similar. They're like, hey, you're actually not too far. How about we just agree that you pick up your orders and we'll just on your shipping? And honestly, like that sold me on loyalty to them.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. Like, especially an online retailer, you probably don't even look to see
Sure.
where they are. You just
Yep.
order away, not even think about it.
Yep.
You're just US. I'm in US. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Like planet. I'm on planet. Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's what drew me to them. Like the first time I ordered was, that was probably back in like the IBO HG days, and I was like, oh, US, so it's coming from somewhere here. That'll be good.
That's local enough.
Yeah. And then saw that they were in Florida. I was like, oh, that's even better.
Florida's a place to be. The new warehouse is finally going up.
New warehouse.
They finally poured the slab and they started to construct the building at long last. So
Fantastic.
hopefully it's just like a few weeks away. Once they have all like the underground stuff and the slab pour, that's like the main thing. The actual construction is just a warehouse building. The construction of the building doesn't take.
So
Yeah,
it's like a
shouldn't
warehouse, like
take.
a tilt up, so they're just gonna
It just goes.
Essentially, yeah, they just build like
Tilt wall.
the frame, the metal frame of it, and
Oh,
then,
okay.
Just
everything else
beams,
is
bunch of
pretty
beams.
simple.
Is a secondary, or you guys are completely moving?
Completely moving, like right next door.
Oh, okay.
So we had to move everything over. It'll be probably like a couple weeks to just move everything, even though it's right next door. But at least we don't have to like load up trucks and take it
Right.
everywhere. We just wheel everything over. So we'll have
you'll be getting your steps in real easy that week.
Yeah,
We
it's
did that
gonna
with
be
our
hot.
metal shop. We did that with our metal shop like in 2008, I think, 2008 or 2009. We moved the metal shop from one block down over and then down to the next block. So it was really just one long block. We had to go down 2 half blocks. However, the week that we're going to start moving, the city came through and ripped the street up. So the one long block we had to go was torn up, and we had to move like milling machines and lathes and like, thousands of pounds of steel shit on a rough street, which stayed, rough until we moved. And then after we fully moved in, then they came through and they paved it, which is just fantastic coincidence.
That's just how it goes.
Yeah. We had an intern working with us, and he dumped a time saver, which is like a big heavy machine that's used to put linear finish on metal, and broke the cast components of it, just dumped it in the street. Bam! It's like a 6.5 foot tall, 400-pound machine. pretty awesome. Fixed it.
That's a
That's
day.
fine.
Doku asking about if I know of any Gundam stores in Florida. I mean, like aside from ours, I know that there are a few. I don't remember the name off the top of my head though.
There's a big one in Tampa.
Is that Gundam Play Store? Is that it?
I don't know. I think it's Gundams from Japan.
I'm not sure.
I'll have to look it up. It's like it's not warehouse style like USA Gundam store. It's more just like an actual
boutique?
walk-in style store. Yeah.
No, yeah, the only ones that I think I've heard of are like that. They're just brick and mortar stores that maybe do online sales, I guess, but primarily not. I know
Or if
that
it's
there's
like
a couple
they have
around.
at Elizabeth Center.
There's a Discord for like Florida Gunpla modelers. What's the name of it? Do you know of that, Paul?
I have one for, I think it's South Florida Gundam Builders or Gunpla Builders. And they do talk about a lot about retailers that are like
That's
open in the
specific.
area.
Oh no, this
Yeah.
one is Central Florida Gunpla.
Yeah.
Is that it?
No, I'm in South Florida, so
Oh.
same concept.
Yeah, so it's in South City. Yep, they move around. It's like me. I'm in Central Jersey.
Yeah, the one I was thinking of, it is called Gundam from Japan. You can find them on like social media. I don't know if they have a website or anything you can order from particularly, but they're relatively large, like store, and they're in like the Tampa area. But
He's in North Jersey. Yeah. I'm in this group, but
Yeah,
don't
Doku's
really-
North Jersey.
I don't really do much. They do like a group chat like every Friday evening.
Oh, right.
So that's kind of cool. I've not joined it though because I'm usually like doing something. Friday is not like a Gunpla time for me Friday night, so can't join. But
There you go.
I'd like to. I always get the notification.
yeah, I'm part of the Discord for South Florida, but it's just I don't know, like Discords are tough for me. Like Discords and group messaging in general is like while I'm at work, it'll drive me nuts. So I'll mute everything, and then you just kind of lose touch with what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's some people that are on Discord like 24/7. I just
Yeah.
don't. It's not like I wouldn't want to be. It's just like I can't imagine just like being able to do that.
Yeah.
It's part of that whole chronically online life
Man.
that I got when I was younger. I can't imagine doing it now. I can't.
I've just noticed like in recent times how even like just for my own YouTube channel, like reading and especially also like responding to comments, I used to do a lot more than I do recently. I was thinking like, how did I have the time to like actually respond to so many comments and like talk with so many people, like
Right.
messaging all the time.
Oh, yeah. Keep track of all these different conversations and what's going on with all these various creative people.
The good old days.
Yeah.
I got to get the new next contest up and going. And I was thinking about that today. I'm like, man, that's a lot of work. When it's really like not that bad, but
Right.
you know,
It's extra. So
Yeah.
it's just extra stuff.
It's just
I
one more
can
thing on
imagine
the plate.
like coming up with something creative, but that's not like completely out there that, you know, you're still going to draw enough people. Like how many times can you do the same contest over and over again? So you got to do something different, but not too different.
I try to mix it up. I already know what the theme is going to be because I was kind of, there was 3 different themes kind of that I had in mind. One is going to be for later towards the end of the year. But actually, I just found out the other day we might be doing that one first, actually, or I'm just kind of considering doing that one first. So it's basically kind of between two different ideas, both of which I really liked. So I put it to a poll on YouTube, and the one.
Oh, I participated in that poll.
Yeah. The one was a winner. It was between either old to gold, which is what everybody in my Discord server was pulling for.
Yes.
But unfortunately, that did not win the poll.
I know.
That would have been just like taking like your old 80s kits and doing one of those.
Yeah.
That's always fun.
But the other option was the one that won was UC versus AU, alternate universe. So like taking like a ground Gundam and making it look like it's from Gundam 00 or something like that.
Yeah.
Or taking like a
That's
Gundam
cool.
Wing kit and making it look like it's from UC.
UC. Yeah.
That's fun.
Kind of interesting. I feel like we're gonna see a lot of like just GN drives slapped to UC Gundams. But
GN drives for hands.
no, I
with a
think
GN drive.
I think that'll be the interesting thing, because like there's a lot of like really obvious ways to go, but what'll make like the winners really good, it will be like the really creative, ideas, right? So I think it'll be quite interesting.
I think there's some like just off the top of the head, like making some UC stuff like in that IBO style that's got like that skeletal kind of look, or like taking things from 00 or Seed and like boxy, making them more boxy, like reshaping the armor to not be so round. But yeah, that's a lot of cool stuff that you could do.
So it's just a matter of getting everything organized. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. I'm just talking. Chris Pav says that he can tell you about this one great Discord that's not all that noisy, but has good conversations. That is the Built Sideways Podcord.
Podcord?
Yeah, because it's a
You heard that
Discord
too?
with a podcast. That's my creativity.
Is that a Kyleism?
That's a me. That's all me, baby. It used to be that Discord channel actually used to be the Green Room Treehouse. So that was the like back room to the old back room. That had like,
the
5
champagne
people in
room.
it. No one was over there. Yeah, exactly. Just like it just got
Roped
renamed,
off.
repurposed. It was given purpose.
No longer
Go Matthias.
debauchery.
Yeah, exactly. It ain't about me. Matthias Olivo says, I saw someone make a Talgi set of UC parts. Chris Collins says, Moonlight Wing Gundam.
There's a lot
Chris Pab says, you're about to hear one of the best Kylisms in the next episode. He is not wrong. I just listened to it earlier today. I forgot about it. Anyhow.
That's my favorite part, is like listening for the Kyleisms.
Dude, he is full Kyle. this episode.
It's the best.
Going full Kyle this episode.
Yeah. Dude. Yeah. And it drops in 2 hours and 15 minutes. For those that are interested. I haven't even seen what picture did we choose for the thing. I run the posting of that on Instagram, so I need to figure out what we're doing. I shared a couple of images. It'll work itself out.
Kyleisms.
Oh yeah. What do we got here, Chris? Oh yeah. Yeah, there is a picture of the unicorn.
Armor, it just looks like it's wearing a Snuggie.
That's pretty funny.
What is it?
See, Alex. Alex is the theme for SCGMC this year, and I just figured I'd have fun with it. Participate.
Alex is the theme? Like
Yes.
the Gundam Alex?
Yes.
No, Alex the Doof, actually.
Yeah.
Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah.
Trebek.
I'm not cracking the whip, Chris. I was just curious if one of was ever generated. I threw a couple of images at him.
Alex.
Some AI you can throw it into. Get it done for you.
Alex is moving to Canada.
Yeah, to Canada.
Like Deep Canada too.
Mm.
I don't even know where. I've been watching. Obviously, I'm on
I
this.
think it's like Alberta or something.
Wow.
I know, like
Is that one
it
of the
wasn't
ones out west?
I don't. Yeah, I don't know. It's I think it's north.
It's a closer time.
Do you think? Paul says that's north of me, says Paul on the southern tip of Florida. Thanks, Paul.
Oh. I know
Paul's
it's
pulled
not.
2 all-nighters. Give him a break.
I know it's not
South
like
Florida's north for you.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Donald Trump lives north.
Let's see. You got to get the band together. Need to smoke some brisket with whole doof, says Chris in Texas.
He said he's gonna be traveling a lot, if I remember right.
Alberta is a Canadian province which is on the western part of the fucking country, Paul.
Where's Jeff?
It's
Jeff.
exactly where I thought it was. It's literally exactly. It's right above Montana. So
Listen,
it's
my,
like British. It's British Columbia and then Alberta, or I should be British Columbia and then Alberta.
My Canadian geography is a little rusty.
There's only like 13 states, man. It's not even. It's real small. You know, Nova Scotia's on the east side. Up and to the left from you, Paul. It's Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
No, but I agree, Chris Collins. That would be rad. And I do want to. I mean, I'm over here in Jersey. I know Alex's folks are over here in Jersey, so I'm sure he'll come this way eventually. I'll get a chance to meet up with him. It's cool. I know that Florida is just a hop, skip, and a jump away from here too, and I need to come down. We were going to come down and visit more before the world fell apart.
Cool. Yeah.
My father-in-law and his wife have a condo down like 10 minutes from Paul, which is like 20 minutes from Zach or something like that.
No, he's like
Or a little bit farther.
I'm assuming you're in the Daytona area. That's like 3 hours north of me.
Oh.
I'm south of Daytona, so slightly closer.
Like Ormond.
Is that
Beach
where
area?
Is that where USAGS is? I don't know where everything is out there. So.
There, like USA Gun Store is like right in the middle of Daytona.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ormond is north. I'm south in Port Orange.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
When we first moved, we were originally looking in Ormond, but it's kind of more like older town, where Port Orange is like very new here. So like better for our family.
Sure. I used to go to I think that's off 95. They have that big Harley Davidson in Ormond, and I used to go to a giant car show there every year.
One of our actually like our manager, one of our warehouse managers, used to work there for a long time. I think that one. I know he used to work at Harley Davidson for a long time, so I'm going to assume it's that one. But
that one, probably.
That's like closer to where Adam lives. Is out that way.
Daytona.
But Adam probably lives the farthest away. Anyone that works there.
Really?
He was like,
Wild.
it's like 40 minutes or something probably for him. Crazy.
That is a hike.
That is crazy.
He likes being out in the middle of nowhere.
I don't blame him there.
Like for me, the only appeal Florida has is that it's the beach. So if I'm more than like a 10-minute drive from the beach,
Adam does not. Yeah, Adam does not like the beach at all. So I think he probably doesn't mind that one.
He doesn't really strike me as a beach guy.
So, like, I'm not a beach guy either, but like the middle, like this state is hot as all hell. So if you go to the middle of the state, there's just nothing appealing about it. Like if I was going to live in the country or like more rural area, I would move to someplace cooler or more geographically diverse. Something with maybe
Central
some mountains.
Florida is just flat, hot.
Yeah.
That's where everybody's moving to, though, and the villages growing like crazy.
No, down here it's like nuts, man. Like once COVID hit, it just went crazy. Everyone moved here, especially like from up north. They sold their, 1,200 square foot house in New York for $1 million and bought more. A 5-bedroom house here for $500,000, and here they are. And like 6 months later, they're in board shorts, slides, and a wife beater, and
with a Salt Life sticker on their car.
Living that Florida life.
Hey man, we got Salt Life stickers up here in Jersey too. So.
For real?
Yeah, I am on the shore, so
it's Salt Life, or like the local stickers where the L in local is an upside down shape of Florida. So I was telling Adam I was going to get one of those. It's like, I think I've been here long enough now that I can get a local sticker on my car.
Careful. Somebody pull your card.
There's a branding opportunity there to just have it say loco.
Drinking their alcoholic seltzers for lunch.
Hey.
And that's what I was drinking before this, and that's why I now switched back to just regular beer, because man.
Oh dude. They just disappear. That was my problem when I was drinking. Was that I would crack a beer and I'd set it down, and then next time I pick it up, it's empty, and I'm just like, what the hell? So I did another one, and I'd crack it, and I'd set it down and pick it up, and it'd be empty.
Yeah. I got the I can't remember which brand it was, but they were like the more alcoholic seltzers. Like they were like 7% instead of 4 or whatever.
Yeah.
And it just as dangerous, man, because you still like you can't tell any difference.
You drink them the same speed, right?
Yeah.
I normally wouldn't like it because I don't like usually anything like too fruity or sweet.
Mm-hmm.
But they had this different brand one. I don't know, Vizzy or Vizio, something like that.
Yep, Vizzy, yep.
And they were on BOGO at Publix. And I'm thinking like, well, I do like, I like sparkling water, like, because I don't drink soda, pop, whatever. So like I like drinking sparkling water from time to time. And I do like vodka tonic, gin tonic, cocktails as well. So I thought I'll try it and see, because it basically seems like that's kind of what it is, right? Essentially, but it's like a box of like 4 different flavors. A couple of the flavors are okay, but a couple of them are pretty rough.
I usually like when they're more on like the tart side than the sweet side, if I can find something like that.
Yeah. So it depends. So the flavor that I had earlier was like some like blueberry lemon, something like that.
Oh, right.
Like, Have you tried Waterloo yet? Yeah, Chris. Yeah, that's what I like. Waterloo is good.
At the local here by me, they have all sorts of pre-mixed, in can vodka mixes already, or gin mixes, or tequila mixes, or whatever you want. Already put together in a little convenient can.
I usually do the same thing at Publix. Whatever's on BOGO.
Yeah,
just grab that.
But for beer, it's tough. Hey, here's the trick. I don't know if you know this. I didn't know this, but I mean, kind of new in town. But for BOGO stuff, you can get a rain check. And then, did you know that?
Yeah,
that's
you can also, when it's the 2-4, that doesn't mean you have to buy 2 to get that price. Like if it's like 2 for 4, you can just buy 1 and 2.
Yeah, we found that out because what was it? My wife really likes Blue Moon, and we figured this out like in like the time that we've been here, that it's like every 6 months is when Blue Moon comes on BOGO there, and so when it's on BOGO, we just like buy a shitload of it because she likes it. And But there's like a couple different kinds of it, and there was one kind, I don't know exactly which one, that she wanted to get more of, but they didn't have any more of it, and like it was the last day of the BOGO sale, and we asked like if they had any more in the back, whatever, and the guy said no, but you can just get a rain check, so you can just, I think it's good for like 30 days, and I think it's good for like 4 BOGOs, so like 8 items total.
Oh,
score! So yeah, it was good. So we just had to wait until they got more in. And then
Have you had a chicken tender sub yet?
I've not, but I've heard a lot about it. Yeah.
a chicken tender sub.
Yeah, like
that sounds
Publix,
good.
Like that's probably the most. Like Florida is not known for food, right? Like there's nothing that's like, I mean, like key lime pie, maybe. I guess I don't know.
Probably like not Haitian food, but what's other
Cuban food. Cuban food down by me is
maybe, yeah,
quite popular, or like I would say Latin American food in general. But I mean, like compared to like
was in Florida, yeah.
I compared to like, you know, New York's known for pizza and bagels, and Chicago's known for deep dish and hot dogs and stuff like that. Florida's known for Publix chicken tender subs.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why. I couldn't tell you. And they're like, when they're on sale, they're like $6.99 for a foot long, which is enough for probably like 3 people to eat realistically.
Yeah. No, we got some big pub sub fans at work. I've tried a couple different ones, but I've not tried the chicken tender one yet. Yeah. Let's do that. We're going to the beach this weekend, planning to, if the kids are feeling okay. So maybe it'd be a good chance to take one.
Yeah, leave it out in the sun for a little bit.
No.
I'm being serious about that.
We take the cooler. Come on. We've been here long enough. We know we got like the beach routine down.
Oh, yeah.
I used to have season tickets to the Dolphins. And me and a couple of buddies every time would try to plan a tailgate, right? And, you know, we're all in like our mid-20s at the time, maybe late 20s. None of us are responsible enough to plan a tailgate. So we'd get down there and have everything except like forgot all the meat. You got a barbecue. So we'd always have the booze, but like all the important stuff for cooking would always be something would be forgotten. So
or you
we
have
would
like
just go to
all the meat in the world and somebody forgot like charcoal or
Yep.
like
Yeah, we did that as
fluid
well.
or something.
Yep, absolutely. So we started just going to Publix and getting chicken tender subs because that was
hell yeah,
much more realistic. So, but you'd eat like the first half of it, you know, before the game, then get yourself nice and loaded and leave the other half on the dashboard. So when you came back, it was basically like it had been in the oven the whole time.
Ooh. Sounds dangerous.
Oh, it's like 180 degrees, so I don't even think things could grow on it.
Yeah, it's hot enough to keep it sterile. Just kind of fucked up thing to think about, but all right.
Yeah, don't put lettuce on it.
The oven.
Yeah.
Warm.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, you only have to cook beef to like what is it, like 135 degrees or something like that? Or chicken is 165, I know.
Yeah.
But
Chris had Nigerian food when he was in Florida.
I had Nigerian friends in Japan. Friends, I guess. Friends. I'm using quotation marks there. Not exactly close friends. Acquaintances?
Associates.
Yeah.
was it a prince?
No. Well, maybe. I wouldn't know. We weren't that close.
Okay.
It's not a
It's just
prince
the old
unless he
joke.
asks you for money.
Yeah. I'm a Nigerian prince. I can give you all the riches in the world. Just send me $500.
Yeah. I just need someone to hold this money for me while I'm figuring some stuff out over here. That was a bar owner and like his friends / staff there.
Nice.
It's a big deal.
Nigerian bar owner in Japan.
Yeah. It's quite common. Like any like big city will have like at least somewhat like significant population of like African, usually Nigerian, or where else would they be from? I don't remember.
I
That's
never
the
knew
most
that.
common. Yeah, like one of the big, like the main like foreigner area of Tokyo has a lot there as well. Roppongi.
Yeah.
If you ever go, do not go there. It's so stupid. It's such a waste of time to go there, but so many foreigners go just because it's like a big like foreigner hotspot. They have a lot of bars and restaurants and stuff that like cater to foreigners, but like, and a lot of clubs as well. So like, I think a lot of people go there for the nightlife. It's like well known for nightlife, but yeah, it's just not good.
Gotcha.
Don't do it, man. I really hope
Taken.
to go to Japan next year. Please. Crossing my fingers for that Shizuoka.
Not a 2-hour flight anymore, huh?
No, it's not.
It's quite a bit more expensive too. I would imagine.
Well, that's why I'm hoping that Bandai will invite Adam for Shizuoka, and he'll take me.
Nice. Someone's got to film it, right?
Oh, we were talking about that before, right? After we were recording with Chris and Brian, we were talking about that, and yeah, I totally agree. It'd be a good chance to go, and man, I wish that I was recording more of Tim. I did record quite a lot of Tim when we were there for GBWC, but like just more of the goofy things that Tim was doing over there.
Dude, I know. I would love to go sometime. Fantastic.
My wife and I were planning to go.
A while ago.
The Olympics we were planning in 2019. The Olympics were supposed to be 2020. That was like when it was supposed to have been.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to be 2020, and then it was postponed.
Yeah. So we were going to plan for like March, April of 21, and we started planning in like 2019, and then all went to hell, and things just kind of changed.
That was 2020 was the year when Bandai invited Adam before.
Oh,
so. And then I guess they did last year, as well. But it was like 2 weeks before the event, and he didn't have a passport yet, so
shit,
he didn't have enough time.
I remember hearing about that.
To get a passport. Yeah.
Oh, what a pain.
Was that like right when they opened at the time?
It would have been no, because Japan didn't reopen for tourism until like November, and Shizuoka was in May.
Okay.
So this would have been the time where like you have to go, like you could go there like for business. So he was able to go. It was like Bandai would have had to like sponsor his visa kind of thing.
Right.
Basically just kind of like co-sign that like he's coming there. You can't just go in.
Yeah.
Like you could normally, like you can't now, but.
Let's see here. Hey, what's up, Strider Prime? What's going on, man?
Hey, Johnny.
Chris says, I think we can all say we both need and don't want more Goofy Tim. Doku says she's never been to Japan. Can you take her with you?
I did we talk about this, Chris, with Chris and Brian? I think maybe we also chatted about this when we were talking about Japan stuff. But this is another idea that I've had for a long time, as like doing like a guided tour kind of thing, like like modelers.
Ooh, yeah.
Especially like Gunpla modelers who are like interested in going, but they're like kind of nervous because they don't like have someone to go with, or like they don't feel comfortable. Because like they feel like because they can't speak the language, they don't feel comfortable going by themselves or whatever, like for whatever reason. I think like just like organizing like a tour group would be pretty cool.
Some people have issues with cities too. Like you're not like from a big city or used to a big city.
Yeah.
It can be overwhelming,
Yeah.
Even just kind of like basics for rudimentary.
Honestly though, I mean, it could be that I'm a bit desensitized because I've been there many times, but I feel like Tokyo's like, there's only a few occasions when it really kind of is like overwhelming. and that's like when you're in like the subway stations and train stations, because like there's just people going everywhere and there's like a million signs and all the signs are in English. So like if you just like relax and like just take your time, you can find your way around easily enough. Yeah. It's not difficult, but like it's so hectic and like it can be overwhelming, especially like if you like know the train schedule and you're trying to get to somewhere. Yeah.
Oh, yo.
But I think some people though, just like big cities make them like my wife. I took her to New York. Like we were dating at the time. She had never been to New York City, and just like she loved it, but like the first couple of minutes, the sensory overload of it, like she had never been in a place that populated or that large. So she was just like, oh my God. So then put that in a foreign country, you know, where you're probably already a little bit worried about, you know, am I being rude? Am I?
Well, yeah, I think like the biggest challenge would just be the logistics of everything, right? And I mean, like, I wouldn't want to take like a group, you know, any larger than like 10 people, right? Yeah. Because for a number of different reasons. I mean, like one of the biggest reasons is just because like, you know, the more people you have, the more complicated it is. But also like going into restaurants and stuff, so many restaurants are those like small, tiny little places. You can't like go in and reserve a table for 15 people in most places. So it would have to be like a relatively small group. Oh, right. I think it'd be kind of cool.
I agree.
I think so too. Yeah.
I think it's a great idea.
Now that it's open again, I know a lot of people are wanting to go.
Especially because like if you're into Gunpla and stuff, it may be hard to get someone to go with you and do that kind of stuff if they're not into it as well. Like, you know, you could go with like your significant other or friends or something, but if they're not into that, you really drag them around for 2 days to secondhand hobby shops. And Brian and I dragged my wife through New York City for an entire day.
How many miles
it was real hard.
We walked like, I don't know how many miles that day. It was
I think it was like 11 miles total.
Yeah, it was like 20,000 steps. It was insane.
Yep.
We kept being like, oh, we should stop for a drink. Okay, we're going to stop for a drink. Walk for another 13 blocks. Oh, should stop for a drink. Oh, I think the thing is right over here. Let's go over here. Oh.
Yeah, I was telling Adam, that's what I want to do next time when I go. On that note of like a long walk, I saw a video of these guys that walked from, where was it anyway? They basically like walked from two like really popular spots in Tokyo, like across like the main kind of center of the city, which is huge. So it's like an all-day trek just to walk across the city. But like I would really love to do that just because it'd be such a cool experience, because you see, you know, like you go to like the main spots and you see like everything like right around there, but you never see anything like in between.
Right.
So that'd be the cool thing to do. But I don't know.
That'd be cool not to like to just wander, you know what I mean? Like you have an end goal in mind, but it's not like some direct path, like point to point to point, where you're just like, oh, what can I find in this section of a neighborhood? Like, is there a little bar that catches my interest or something, or
absolutely
whatever?
Yeah. Though, like from my experience, like wandering around, like it is interesting for like about 5 minutes. It does get boring pretty fast, because I mean it's just like a concrete jungle, just like huge big city, and like especially like during the night, Tokyo gets, I mean, there's certain areas where like there's nightlife, but you know, even for like how big and massive a city it is, like even in Akihabara, it gets like after 10, 11 o'clock at night, it's pretty dead. Like there's like nothing going on there. It's very quiet. There's like a couple of bars like down side streets and stuff, but like there's not, I mean, like it gets really, really quiet. And like during the day as well, in certain areas, if it's not like a touristy spot, it's just like pretty quiet, and just like these big gray massive concrete buildings, and it's like not necessarily all that interesting like all day long.
So when I originally wanted to go there, like my thought was, you know, just go to Tokyo and maybe Kyoto or whatever, but now I find myself more interested in like more remote places there than anything else. Like it looks like it would be almost more interesting.
If it's your first time.
We island hopped quite a bit, or city hopped up and down quite a bit. It was great.
How long were you there?
Almost 2 weeks. I have to double check. I think it was a little more than 2 weeks. I think it was like 16 days, including travel.
Yeah, that's basically like what I tell people when they ask. It's like if you're only there for a week, just stay in Tokyo. But if you're there for more than a week, then do like a week in Tokyo and then like a week somewhere else. Like go around Osaka and Kyoto or whatever. It's a good way to go. Because there's a ton to do in Tokyo, of course. But yeah, it is good to go out and see some of the other places. I actually kind of prefer Osaka, but if it's your first trip.
I gotta look.
They're a little like louder there, yeah. Like a little. Not. I don't mean louder in like a bad way, but like a little more approachable or open, from what I was understanding.
Yeah, generally, but like as a tourist there, especially like for a short period of time, it's your first time. You're not going to notice that because that's the kind of thing like you would notice like living there. Yeah, you would notice that, but just there for a brief time, it's not going to be something that I think you would be able to recognize. I think.
Zach says that he enjoyed Osaka more than Tokyo.
I think I enjoyed Sapporo more than.
Oh, that's Zach.
Tokyo.
That's Zach Bly, by the way. Zach Bly from Galactic Toys. In case anyone's curious.
I would love to go to Sapporo in the winter and see like the winter festival.
That's what we did,
Snow
but
festival.
we didn't do the winter festival or a snow festival. But we went to the ramen alley that they're known for.
Hell yeah,
And
yeah.
that was great to. That was great to have after a day of schlepping around in the snow. I tell you that.
Yeah.
It turned me into a spicy miso ramen girl after years of tonkatsu. That's all it took.
Oh,
There you
they're
go.
both good.
Converted
No,
Good.
Tex is totally right. It's all about the miso ramen.
What?
Yep.
And if you get some good shosu, like tonkatsu is fantastic. You get to fucking go to an actual ramen house.
Now, like it's so heavy. Never in the mood for it, but like the miso, I'm there.
Man,
Equal opportunity. I'll take it all. As long as it is accompanied by a beer, I'm happy.
Bro, I love and this when I was there with Aaron from Australia, there for GBWC, and we went into like a yakiniku place, the barbecue meat, like on the little skewers,
right?
And we order some like amongst other things you have to order it. It's sold like in just like 2 sets. So like you'll order something and it's just like 2 skewers. So you usually order like a bunch of stuff, and then like after you eat that, then you order more, whatever. And one of the things that we ordered was like chicken anus is like what it is like on the menu, like the English on the menu is like chicken anus. That's like gizzard or something.
Sure.
But you could see like after we ordered it, because we ordered it just like as a gag. I've had it before and like I know that like it's good, but Aaron had never had it before, so I was like, let's try it. And he's like, oh, okay. But then after we ordered it, we could see like the staff like giggling about it, because I think they knew that, because they know that like foreigners know that it's like something weird. Like, so I'm sure they were saying
Like, oh, we got another one.
like, do they know what it is? Like, oh, they probably know that like most foreigners are like not wanting to order that.
Chicken ass, yum.
It's because in places that we went to, horse meat kept popping up on the menu.
Especially in Sapporo.
We didn't have the balls to try it. Yeah.
I've never tried it either. Yeah.
I've had camel. I've never had horse.
I've never had camel or horse, but I've had ibex.
I've seen like videos of horse and bear in Japan, and I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm not morally opposed to it, but I don't know.
Zach said the okonomiyaki in Osaka. Also, the okonomiyaki in Hiroshima is fucking bomb.
I didn't do that, and that was a regret. I didn't have okonomiyaki at any point when I
Oh no, man.
I gotta go back.
Osaka takoyaki too, right?
Yeah, Osaka's known for takoyaki. Yep. Did you go to Hiroshima, Tex?
Let me check my map. I don't think I did.
Hiroshima is like another place that I highly recommend to go. It's such a beautiful city. I mean, like there's all the historical stuff there, of course, but it's like really, really beautiful city. And the okonomiyaki is fucking good.
our last stop there was Kyoto, and then we took the train all the way to Fukuoka. Wound up in Saisbo because we had to go to Kitsuke Island because of animes, Hirado, and that was towards the end of the trip though. Kind of skipped over that part.
We went pretty far south, so you went through the. Let's see, the train goes through the tunnel, right, to Kyushu. There's to go like from the main island to the southern island where Fukuoka is. There's the train tunnel, and there's all the car traffic goes over this massive bridge. But then, like for foot traffic or like bicycle, there's also a tunnel, which is a small, like this really small tunnel that's only for foot traffic, and it's super long and just like small because it's only just for people, not like vehicles.
It already sounds claustrophobic.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I don't remember how long it is, but yeah, I think it's like 800 meters or something like that. It's like almost a kilometer, or I don't know. Yeah.
No thanks.
It was pretty cool.
Big.
The thing is, like, if you're taking your bike, though, you can't ride your bike through it. You have to get off and walk.
To walk it. Oh, it's like the subway's here. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That kind of sucked. It was a long walk, but
I'd like to do. I can't remember the name of it now, but there's like a highway of little towns that look kind of like that old Kyoto look, and I forget, there's some historic relevance to it, like in the Edo period the emperor like marched through these towns or something, but they all look like that old Kyoto, like the wood building, but they're less commercial than Kyoto, so it doesn't have 7,000 people walking down the street, but I can't think of the name of it now.
It's actually more rural.
It's all bathhouses. Like it's a popular area for bathhouses, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the name either, but I know what you're talking about. I believe Nagano has a lot of that as well. I don't think that's what we're thinking of though.
Well, yeah, because I in Nagano I stayed in Ueda, and it was kind of like that vibe. But that's where everybody went out there, like one of the mountains, to either go snow or to go to a bathhouse. So.
Did you try a bathhouse there, like a hot spring or something?
We did, yeah.
Like one where you have like your own like private room, or like
no, we
with other people?
We did the ones with other people, and I was the only girl on the trip, so I got separated all the time.
So you were just there by yourself?
I was just there chilling by myself. And
with the ladies?
Yeah, it was cool. We went to one of the big touristy ones, and then later in the trip we went to like the smaller, kind of like personal gym ones, or just for the locals, which is a totally different experience than like the big bathhouses or really like glamorous resort ones. But it was, it was really cool.
Like the outdoor bath ones are really nice, yeah.
Sounds nice.
It is, and I would highly recommend it. Don't be like one of those prudish foreigners that is like uncomfortable being naked around other people. It's
everybody there is naked and no one cares.
Would they have a problem with me?
I mean, you have more tattoos than I do.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but if it's in like any kind of large city, you'll be totally fine.
Because I have this.
You'll be fine, I think.
They're gonna say just blend into the wall.
You also have this, which is pretty much
I have this,
which is pretty much like a
I'm also
I'll just charge you extra and send you.
So I'm 6'4" and very white.
I would like to do one of those like traditional ryokans with the like the outdoor bath, but it's attached to your room.
Yeah, you'd be fine, Brian. I mean, like, I don't have tattoos quite like that, but I don't think it would be an issue. Yeah, especially like Tech said, especially if you go to like one of the bigger ones, which are also good.
One of my favorite travel hairbrushes I took from one of the like bigger ryokans because I was like, that's what they're there for. Like, hey, use our brush, use our whatever, and then you can throw it away. I'm like, this folds up. This is perfect. It's going in my toiletry bag forever.
Mm-hmm.
A little
Thief.
clutches in here. Yeah.
I want to go. My first experience going to a public bath was actually in Korea, and it was with a bunch of my students. So that was my the academy that I was working at, where like it's like once a month we would do like a trip. It'd be like just like to some place like sort of local, and it's just like for a chance for the students to like interact with me outside of the classroom.
Cool.
And so like one of the things we did was go to the public bath one time, and yeah, it was my first time, so it's like, this is a little strange. But I mean, yeah, it's like you said, everybody's naked, nobody cares. You just take off your clothes and hop in the bath and chill out, and everybody has fun. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pretty dope.
It is. That was not very chill, I'll say, though, because it was with a bunch of like elementary school boys.
I was gonna say, yeah. How old?
Wasn't
were
the most
kids you were-
chill public bath experience, but yeah, later ones were much better. My really good friend, that he and his wife have a cafe in Osaka.
Mm-hmm.
So if you ever go, hit me up before your trip so I can tell you where their cafe is. It's awesome.
Was that where the Mega Size Zaku went to? Or Perfect Grade
Yes.
was it? Or
Yeah,
Cool.
the mega size
Cool.
one that I painted. Yep. He is. They don't really do it so much now because they have their cafe and they have a kid and everything. But he's like really, really into travel around Japan. So he and his other good friend find like all these really cool spots to go to. So like some really awesome places that I've been to there is because I've gone like with him. Some really like off the beaten path kind of places that were really cool.
Hell yeah.
That's how I found
Awesome.
stuff in Kyoto. I befriended a bartender,
Yeah.
and then he took me to some after hours spots one night. And it was a lot of fun. It was
There's a big. You probably. I'm trying to think if the train. You may have passed by it, Tex. There's a big like part, like a state park. It's like it has some huge sand dunes there, which sounds so weird to think about, like sand dunes in Japan.
But because of the timing we went, I might not have noticed. Where are they at?
It's kind of near Kyoto, but it's like west from Kyoto. So it's on like the north side of the island, where the island's kind of
I was
going north.
hungover that day. I didn't notice anything in the
Yeah.
after Kyoto.
And kind of like straight north from like Kobe and Hiroshima.
Yeah, no, that's not, unfortunately, not ringing a bell.
Mm-mm.
It's like I said, we blew right through it. Whole strip right there.
Yeah, if you went from Kyoto to Kyushu, I don't think that it goes that near. You wouldn't have been able to see. I think the train goes like on the south side of there.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. But that was interesting. I never thought I'd see going like to some sand dunes in Japan.
Just randomly.
Oh yeah. That's kind of cool.
Japanese sand dunes, Japanese sandworms.
Nice. Japanese Beetlejuice.
Beetle
Just
system.
doing a little brush painting on this tiny little scratch built time control switch. Little brush gold, little brush white.
See it. I think I see it.
It's like, smaller than my index finger by far.
Yeah.
Hard to recognize. But we are just over 2 hours into this live stream, so I think I'm going to call the live stream quits, my friends. Thank you for joining us here this evening on the KotoKai Workbench. 166 episodes in with many, many long breaks. Thank you, Tex and Zach and Paul, for coming and hanging out tonight, talking with the chat and building fun shit. Do you guys have any pluggables? Where can people find you? Where do you want to be found? Anyone?
Where do I want to be found? TextMarquees.com. I got Tequila Gundam patches, glasses, shirts. Otherwise, I'm on Twitter, TextMarquees, shit posting and resharing things to distract me from not finishing any builds.
Oh yeah, perfect. Zach.
Really, really tempted to do you can find me on the interwebs callback too, but I feel like it's just gonna not be funny because it's such an old meme. The Jones big ass. What is it? Jones big ass
barbecue and foot massage.
Oh, that's the sequel. I'm talking about like the original. I'm talking the original is Jones big ass truck rental and storage facility.
Something like that,
yeah. You can find me on the interwebs. But
if you've somehow found us and you don't know who he is,
then yeah, something's wrong.
I'm not really sure what you did there.
Yeah.
You're quite talented.
That's viral before viral was a thing. Days of YouTube. Classic though. My kids know that though.
We'll be back next week. If you guys want to tune in and check out what's going on here at the Workbench, we'll be building shit again and talking smack about life. Thanks again, and hope you guys have fun. Be safe. Build something that gets you fucking excited and inspires other people to build cool shit too. So, safe. See you. Bye.
Later.